This is what Friday afternoon sounds like at the Midwest Shooting Center. The smell of gunpowder hangs in the air. Brass tings off the floor. Women and men group their shots on these paper targets. It's a busy place.
Are you seeing or are you sensing an increased interest in handguns in particular and people wanting to get that concealed carry?
Absolutely. We've had 8,000 people come into the store this year alone. And with us being a newer store, we've only been open for 5 months so far. Anybody that comes in here that says that they've never had a gun before, we get that a lot.
When someone is looking to perhaps buy a handgun, what are some of the safety precautions?
The number one thing I try to find out is what they need it for, or what they're looking to get for. A lot of people say home defense. Maybe they are seeking a concealed carry weapon or something like that. But the biggest one is finding out what they are looking for and trying to fit their needs from there.
So we won't have to put bullets in today?
No.
All right, that's kind of cool. That's cheaper.
Right down the hall, we meet Jan. She's taking classes to get more comfortable and capable with her handgun. We asked her why she has one. Protection.
And you know, not everybody's nice out there. And people do rob, steal, murder. And they are the criminals. Those of us who are not should be able to protect ourselves.
Nice shot. Now, go ahead and set her down.
Jan is one of a growing number of Hoosiers with an interest in handguns. Applications for permits to carry are increasing. In 2017, nearly 72,000 permits were approved. In 2018, the number dipped a bit to 66,000. But in 2020, police granted nearly 122,000 permits. And in 2021, that number ballooned to 135,000. Right now, there are just over 1 million active handgun permits in Indiana. That's 1 in 6 Hoosiers with a license to carry.
What we do know is that there has been a trend towards increasing civilian gun carrying, and that really aligns closely with the increases we've been seeing in gun purchasing. If you look back even as early as March of 2020, we started to see substantial spikes in gun purchasing, people wanting to have firearms, uncertainty around the pandemic, social justice protests, sort of long overdue attention on those issues, and the election as well could have contributed to some of those increases in purchasing. And when you have more people purchasing, you may then also have more people choosing to apply for concealed carry licenses as well.
So it's not just handguns, but it's across the board, rifles, shotguns, the whole lot.
Exactly. We're seeing increases in gun purchasing of all kinds, although we are seeing in particular increases in handgun purchases. And interestingly, it's not just people who own firearms buying more. We're actually seeing increases in first-time gun purchasing since the beginning of the pandemic.
Federal data shows us that in 2020, as the pandemic set in, more than 21 million guns were sold across the country. In 2021, nearly as many were sold, about 19 million. That same year in Indiana, nearly 600,000 guns were sold. With so many guns and first-time gun owners, what does that mean for public safety? Are we safer with the sidearms? Here's what researchers say.
The best available research that uses rigorous analytic methods and is looking at change over time has found that when states make it easier for people to carry guns in public, we see increases in crime and violence. So when you remove some of the barriers like training requirements or screening by law enforcement, basically making it easier for people who own firearms to carry them around in public, we are seeing that translate into increases in crime.
That brings us back to Jan at the gun range, who does feel safer with her gun. But she says training is the key.
We have to know how to protect ourselves, and you don't want a gun in your possession if you don't know how to use it. I guess I feel strongly about that. That's why I'm here.